it was interesting because I prayed about it. I had a peace. I came and I registered. I met, you know, all the people I was supposed to meet, and I signed up, and then orientation was coming. Well, when the night of orientation, I was freaking out. And I was like, what am I thinking? I can't do this. And like every fear, every anxiety, every self-defeating thought was like screaming in my ear. And I had already planned to drive to the campus and tell, you know, Miss Shannon that I'm sorry, I made a mistake and I'm not going to come. But I thought, okay, I'll sit through the orientation, and I said, God, if you really want me to do this, you have to make it stupid proof. Because I need to clearly know that you're in this, because I can't fail again. I can't stop again. I don't have it in me to do that. And so I came in, all intentions to tell her, you know, I'm sorry, I can't move forward. And I sat down and I was listening to orientation. And just thinking, you know, how am I going to tell her? And you know, but I had prayed that prayer, God, if you want me to go, you know, make it very clear. And so, you know, the dean, Dr. Domick got up and said that he had returned to school late in life, and he understands our situation, he understands our family. And so I perked up, and it got my attention. It caught me off guard, and he said, you know, we work with you. This is important for us, and that this is an environment where we're a family. And my heart began to melt. And then he said, you know, I didn't return to school until I was 43. Well, I'm 43, and I was 43 when I sat there, and I was like, don't cry, don't cry. You'll be the weird student in the back crying. And I just felt like, okay, if he did it at 43, I can do it at 43. And I realized maybe it's not too late for me. And instead of telling, you know, Miss Shannon that I wasn't going to enroll and move forward, I told her, I said I had anxieties and fears that my time is over. And she looked me right in the eye and she said, who says, don't you know that this is the time? This is your time. It wasn't your time before, but this is your time. And just taking ownership that I don't have to go by the world system of what needs to happen at 20, 30, and 40, that this is my time. It was my time before to raise my children and make sure that they had a mom at home, because that was a personal conviction of mine. And I was able to do that, but she looked at me and said, this is your time. And all of a sudden, I just had a peace. One thing that I like about PBA, and I graduated from Valencia with my AA, and I transferred to Stetson. You know, great, wonderful schools, but devoid of God, devoid of faith. And I remember sitting in one of my biology honors classes, and my professor was just nailing, you know, the fact that, you know, Jesus is a folklore, he's a crutch, and this and that, and just going and studying psychology. In secular psychology, there's so many gray areas. You're not supposed to have a black and white. They're not supposed to be, you know, absolutes. And the first night I came on campus, and I'm used to being a number, I'm going to these huge universities. I walked in, and Julie said, "Hi, Kaprece," and it took me off guard. I was like, "Hi," and for the first time, I felt seen. I was like, wow, she sees me, she knows me. And just that value placed on me by her knowing my name, I felt like, wow, I belong here. And when you have a sense of belonging, it raises your level of commitment, because you feel like you're part of the greater picture.